Carlos Santana grooving and moving here in the beautiful studios. Networking Squared WDTK 1-800-923-9385. We've got Donald Strom in here. Donald Strom, CPA. And we want to thank Carlos Santana for getting our groove on. Al, you staying warm?
I am. I have enough layers on because remember, I'm going to the Tiger Fest right after this, so I'm dressed like a polar bear right now.
Yeah, he'll be freezing his butt off. And what was the deal with your car this morning?
Yeah, my son got in an accident last week, not hurt or anything, but the car was ready to be picked up this morning and it wouldn't start. Okay,
well, did they have to pick it up? I mean, do they have to start it to pick it up, or you had to drive it off?
I needed to drive it home, and so it's still there. I think, probably a little battery issue, but thank God it's not the Sebring again.
Yeah. No. For those of you who've been paying attention, we can't find the battery in the Sebring. Well, here we are, Networking Squared. Our financial planner is in the studio. Our CPA is in the studio. I want to talk about financial planning and the tie-in between financial planning and a CPA. What have you done, or how do you work together?
I know several financial planners that do refer clients to me. Occasionally they do run into people that have problems because depending on the income level, there could be some pretty complex investments that they get involved in, and they need a professional to get their taxes done.
So do you counsel these people? Do you have what do you do? Do you sit down and explain what you can do, or do you just dig in?
Well, they will come to me for a consultation, particularly if they're anticipating, like they're getting close to retirement and they have some old dead stocks that they want to get rid of. And the thing that they're concerned about, sometimes I've had situations where people will sell a whole portfolio of stocks, put it into something else, and not realize that there could be a tax liability there.
On the financial planning side, now we're talking about financial planners, and these people are very educated. They've gone to a lot of school to work on this financial planning stuff, but they're not a CPA, are they?
They do a good job. A lot of them do have pretty good tax knowledge, but they are not CPAs, yes.
So they can't, and when you talked about staying up to date and having all of these tax laws and things coming to you so you can review them and to learn them, a financial planner generally is not staying up on the tax implications. They have a lot of focus they've got to do on the financial side on how to invest.
Well, one thing, most financial planners, particularly the ones that are licensed, they know when there's a problem, when there's an issue, that you better get a CPA involved. They are very good at referring that. So, yeah.
So that's the financial planners are a good referral source for you.
Absolutely.
So when we're talking about networking, and that's what we do here, financial planners and attorneys are real good referral partners for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. And what I'd actually in that moment, it's good timing here, is I'd like to give out Donald's information. If you'd like to reach Donald, his number is 734-973-0420. Again, that's 734-973-0420. His website is www.strom, it's STROM, and Donald actually is also on Facebook, so you can look him up on Donald Strom on Facebook with his U of M baseball cap on. That's how you're going to know it's him. Yeah, he is a U of M grad.
We got U of M here, we got Tiger stuff in here, and then there's just me, and I'm pretty much nobody. But hey, I get to hang out with the professionals. So when you're looking for people to help, where are you finding people? How does your business grow?
I was skeptical about basically everything. The best source of new business for anyone is satisfied customers referring other people to you.
Okay. So we've got LBN brings that stuff in, and he's a member of that. And which chapter of LBN do you belong to?
I belong to the Livonia chapter.
And where's that at?
That is on Plymouth Road, between just off of Middlebelt. We meet in Archie's restaurant on Friday, every other Friday morning.
All right. And your office, can you tell us where your office is? If somebody said, "Hey, I want to bring my truckload of bills and taxes down to your office," can they do that?
If they want to. I don't want to really work out of a shoebox. I hope they got it summarized somehow.
Sorry, Al.
Yeah, I know.
If you want to see me in Ann Arbor, it's on Packard Road between Platt and Carpenter, 3181 Packard.
Okay.
If you want to see me in Livonia, 14,700 Suite 100 Farmington Road.
All right. Now, is an appointment necessary?
I would recommend, yes. Very, this time of year, my schedule gets so full, yes, an appointment is necessary.
So it's important that people get on board on this. So if they're thinking about doing this, they need to be contacting you now. Don't wait, because the longer they wait, the tougher it's going to be for you to be able to help them.
The longer they wait, the longer they have to wait to get in. So that is true, yes.
Okay. And is there a normal time frame? If somebody submits their information, let's say it's all accurate, is there a time frame that somebody can expect to have the returns completed?
I try to have a policy 2 weeks in maximum that they get stuff submitted to my office. The maximum they'll ever have to wait to get things back will be 2 weeks.
And is there like a fee schedule that someone is given when they come into your place, or how does that work?
Everything's done on an hourly basis. If they're concerned about price coming in, I will give them a quote when I first meet them. But generally, I don't provide a regular fee schedule. It's basically everything's on an hourly basis.
All right. When they sit down, or if somebody wants to contact you for the first time, is there like an interview process, or how does that work when you're first sitting down with a CPA?
Well, if it's a referral from an existing customer, it's like, hey, I've heard about you. You've been helping so-and-so for so many years. I want to make an appointment. And they just sit down and make an appointment, and we go to work. Okay.
When you're meeting people, are you okay with going to their office if it's a larger corporation? Is that where you actually do the work?
No, most of the work is done on site. A lot of stuff is done through transmitting things over the internet. For larger companies, for an initial appointment, yes, I will go to the business site.
And what's the size of companies that you typically handle as far as numbers of employees?
Usually I tell people when a business gets to the point where they have to start hiring employees, that's when the problems start. That's when you really need to get a CPA on board.
So once somebody has true payroll that they're dealing with?
Once they have true payroll, yes. Then they have to deal with the whole employment tax issue, and it can start with one employee.
Now, when I was looking at your website, I did see a reference to payroll. Is that something that you have involvement with?
We do some limited payroll service, but most of ours, we are affiliated with several payroll services. We don't really do a lot in-house, but we are affiliated with payroll services.
Okay. Well, I've got a call coming in from Livonia. Ken, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
This is Ken, and he is president of the Livonia LBN. And what are you calling for? Are you going to just
make a couple of quick adjustments?
Good. Well, let us know. What do you got going on? Say hi to everybody.
Well, first of all, we don't meet every other Friday. Our group meets first and third Fridays.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Starting at 7:30. That's when our meeting starts.
And
it is open to the public, and I'm trying to look up our website. I believe it's LBN Livonia.
Okay, and that's on Facebook, right?
Checking that.
Okay, and how are you guys working together as LBN people?
Oh, definitely. We meet with each individual one-on-one. We, consistently learn more about each individual on what they do and, what they're capable of, and they, learn, what I would do or what Don would do. I've known Don for 4 years, and I've helped give quite a lot of referrals back and forth, and I can truthfully say, LBN works for those who work it.
Okay.
I've been for 7 years, and I'm getting 65% of almost all my new business.
Wow. All right. Well, Donald's got a question for you.
Hey, first of all, I want to say Ken is the president of our chapter. He's a computer guy. He works on all my computers. If someone needs a good computer person, Ken's the guy.
Well, it's nice to see people working together, isn't it, Al?
Yeah, Ken, actually, while you're on the air, then why don't you give your phone number if people have questions about their computer needs?
Well, my phone number is 734-751-3030, and I'm located out of Livonia also. And just to give a reference to our website, it's LivoniaLBN.com.
All right, cool. Perfect. Well, we appreciate you calling in, Ken, and thank you very much. Have a great afternoon today.
Stay warm, buddy.
All right, bye-bye. So I had another question here, and we talked a little bit about it before. What about this multi-state stuff? You are able to work in different states on taxes?
I do have a lot of people that come to me that moved. Unfortunately, with the Michigan economy the way it is, there's more people moving out of our state instead of into our state. But I'm familiar with multi-state. I have the ability to handle taxes for any state in the country. And I do have several people that live in one state, live in Michigan, unfortunately, and work in another state because...
All right. And you're able to handle this stuff electronically with these people?
Yes, we have a fully paperless system in our office, so everything can be done paperless also.
Wow,
very cool.
I didn't know that. So how important is that?
So think about that, listeners. If you have somebody that's in your circle that has moved out of state or is going back and forth, there's different things that have to be done. A normal tax preparer is not going to know the rules to this, so it's something where they definitely need to reach out to your expertise for these things.
Alrighty. Well, we're Networking Squared, learning a lot in the studio today, and we appreciate Donald being here, and we're going to be right back on the other side of the break. We're going to get his information out again and maybe talk about pet peeves, Mr. Crawford.
Alrighty, I got a good one. I got a good one this week.
Alrighty. Networking Squared, WDTK, Detroit.